Hi guys, this is Chinku and today we're going to discuss about milk. Milk, as you know, is one of the most consumed drink in the whole world. However, there are different types of milk and there are different types of packings in which the milk gets packed and gets delivered to you. So we are going to discuss about the differences in the types of milk and also the differences in the type of packing that it gets packed in and then you buy. So stay tuned. So first of all, we will have to understand the nutritional facts, the nutritional value of the milk. What nutrients are present in the milk that we're drinking? First of all, protein. If you're having 100 ml of milk, you will get about 3 grams of protein in it. That means if you're having a packet of milk of 500 ml, you will get about 15 grams of protein from it. And that protein contains of casein and whey protein, in which casein, which is a slow digesting protein, is 82% and whey protein, which is a fast digesting protein, is 18%. So that's protein. Alright. Now the second nutrient that is present in the milk is carbs, and carbs is present in the milk in the form of sugar, and that sugar is lactose. Alright. And how much sugar, how much carbohydrates are there in the milk in 100 ml? It's 5 grams. So that means if you are drinking 500 ml of packet of milk, then you will get about 25 grams of sugar, and that is lactose. Okay, so that's protein and carbohydrates. Now the third nutrient available in the milk is called fat. The type of fat which is available in the milk is called saturated fat, and saturated fat is something that is not good for heart. So there is a limit on how much saturated fat you can actually take on daily basis to have a healthy lifestyle and to have a healthy heart, and that limit is 15 to 20 grams. We should always make sure that we do not exceed this limit of 15 to 20 grams of saturated fat intake. This is not just the intake from milk, but this includes the saturated fat intake from all the foods and all the drinks that you might be having throughout the day. It should never be more than 15 to 20 grams. Just keep that in mind. Now let's talk about how much fat is actually there in the milk. That totally depends on the type of milk you are drinking. There are different types of milk, like there is a full cream milk and there is a toned milk, there is double toned milk as well, and now these days there is no fat milk available in India as well. So if you talk about full cream milk, you will get around 6 grams of fat per 100 ml in that milk. That's 6 grams, and that is all saturated fat, and that's very high. So you should never go for full cream milk. It's very high in saturated fat. Then it comes toned milk. It has a little bit less fat. It has around 4 grams of fat per 100 grams. It's better than full cream milk, but still it's not exactly the best milk that you can have from the market. Then it comes double toned milk. It has around only 1.5 grams of fat per 100 ml, and that is absolutely good. That's absolutely amazing. That's very less saturated fat. That means you can easily have even 1 liter of milk throughout the day and you will still not exceed the saturated fat intake daily limit. And nowadays there is no fat milk available in India as well, which has absolutely 0% fat. Absolutely 0%, and that is absolutely amazing as well. So when you go ahead and consume that milk, you will actually find that milk very thin, almost like water. So you might not exactly find it very tasty when you're having it with your protein shake, or even if you make tea out of that milk, you will not exactly find that milk very tasty. However, it is definitely very healthy. So you can either go for this no fat milk, or you can even go for the double toned milk as well, which is a little better in taste as per my understanding. So that's how it is. Now if you talk about other things, the other nutrients, that is protein and carbs. So I would like to add one very important thing. These other nutrients, that is protein and carbs, those remain absolutely the same whatever you buy full cream, you buy toned, double toned, no fat milk, whatever you go for, these two nutrients, protein and carbohydrates, they are of same content in all the different types of milk. The only type or the only difference is the fat. When you go for full cream milk, you get high fat. You go for toned milk, you get medium amount of fat. You go for double toned, you get low fat. When you go for no fat milk, you get absolutely 0% fat in the milk. So that's how it is. So now you know what milk you should buy. You should always buy either no fat milk or low fat milk that is double toned. That's what I personally buy. Now let's talk about the different types of packagings in which the milk is packed and delivered to us. First of all, I would like to talk about the open milk, which is actually delivered to us by some Doodhwala. Okay, that milk is open, guys. That comes straight from the farmer. So if you talk about that milk, the production of that milk is not exactly very clean. If you have seen the production of this milk that is delivered straight to the consumer from the farmer, if you have ever seen that, because I am from a village and I've seen it all throughout my life, the production of the milk, how it happens, how they exactly deliver it to the customer, that's not exactly very clean. So there can be a lot of bacteria in that milk. It can get contaminated as well. So when you get milk, this kind of milk that is delivered to you by Doodhwala, you have to make sure that you boil it. That's the first thing that you need to do. You have to boil that milk. Moreover, you're not exactly sure of its nutritional value. These guys can simply add water to your milk and you will not even know it. When they add water to your milk, the nutritional value automatically goes down. You get less protein, you get everything less. For example, they add 100 ml of water into your 500 ml of milk. You will hardly be able to recognize it, right? The protein value will go down. And basically, you will be paying for just water. Also, whenever you get this type of milk, you are getting the full cream whole milk. This milk cannot be converted into double toned or no fat milk because that is done in the factories. That cannot be done at home. So if you're getting open milk from some Doodhwala, first of all, you're getting whole full cream milk, high in saturated fat, plus bacteria. Congratulations. Now let's talk about the packet milk. The packets of 500 ml or 1 liter that we get from the outlets, whether it's Mother Dairy or Amul. I'm not talking about any brand. I'm just talking about the packets, the plastic packets in which you get the milk. Let's talk about that packaging now. So when they pack the milk in those packets, first of all, they pasteurize the milk. That means they boil the milk to remove all the bacteria from it, and that is done on around 60 degrees Celsius. So the milk that you get in the packets is completely free of bacteria. It does not contain any harmful bacteria at all. Alright, that's the first thing. Second thing is the nutritional value of that milk, protein content, carbs content and the fat content, whatever is written on the packet, you will get that. There will not be any cheating or any other fraud in that thing at all. You can be sure of that. Alright. Now the third thing is the milk packets, the plastic packets that it is delivered in are not exactly very healthy. Why? Because there is BPA. There is something called BPA in the plastic itself, and that BPA can actually get mixed into the milk, and when we drink it, it can actually affect our hormones in the body in different types of ways. However, it is safe. It is still safe to consume the plastic packets milk. It is much more safer option than the open milk, and it's cheap as well as compared to the other better packaging options that I'm going to tell you next. And then comes the Tetra Pak. It is also called the UHT milk. Why UHT? Because this milk is pasteurized or boiled on ultra high temperatures as compared to the packets milk which were pasteurized on a temperature of up to 60 degrees Celsius. This UHT milk is actually boiled or pasteurized on a temperature of up to 150 degrees Celsius. And that kills absolutely all the bacteria present in the milk. After pasteurizing, it is packed in a 6 layers of Tetra Pak, and it's absolutely safe. There are 6 different safety layers. Those keep the milk absolutely fresh. The shelf life of the milk is also increased due to the Tetra Pak. In some cases, the shelf life is 3 months, and in some cases, it can be 6 months as well. Now, some people will think this shelf life is actually increased due to adding preservatives in the milk, but I would like to clear that there are no preservatives added in the Tetra Pak at all. Shelf life is increased basically because of 2 things. And first thing is the 6 safety layers of the Tetra Pak. The second thing is the ultra high temperature pasteurization that kills each and every bacteria present in the milk. That's how you increase the shelf life of the milk. So this is the most safe milk option for you, especially if you have small kids in the home. You would not like to have them the packet milk in which you might get BPA, or you would not like to get them the open milk which might contain some bacteria. This is the safest bet if you have children at home, or even if you have low immunity levels. I would recommend you to go for the Tetra Pak milk. Also, Tetra Pak milk can be consumed right from the packet. You do not need to boil it because it does not have any bacteria. And then comes one more milk, that is powdered milk. Powdered milk. What is powdered milk? As you know, almost 90% of the milk is water. So what they do is they completely eliminate the water from the milk, and what remains is the milk solids, milk in the form of powder. As long as it's just the milk in the form of the powder, it's good. It's good enough. You can go ahead and you can consume it on regular basis. There is no problem in it. However, when you add a lot of sugar into it, and that's what a lot of companies, in fact 99.9% of the companies, that's what they do. When they sell you the milk powder, there is a lot of added sugar in it. It's to an extent that the protein content is less than the sugar content. It's so much sugar in it, right guys? So if you are planning to consume powdered milk, make sure you check the nutrition label. You go for a brand in which there is no added sugar and the ingredient is only milk solids rather than the added sugar or the maltodextrin. No, that's not good. So guys, why am I trying to put so much emphasis on milk? Why am I trying to tell you so much about milk? Why? Because see, milk is the second most consumed drink in our country, and that means everybody drinks milk, at least in terms of tea or in terms of coffee, if not exactly the direct milk. Everybody is consuming milk, and everybody thinks the same way since a very old time, and that thinking is that full cream is the best option. But now we have to understand that it's incorrect. It's time we understand that full cream is not the best option. In fact, it's the worst option. We have to make our friends and family understand that our country is a number 1 position. In what? In terms of heart attacks. Yes. So this is the time that we take action, we consume the right thing, and we become healthy. If this video and the information that I've given to you was of any help to you, please like the video and subscribe to the channel. Also, if you have any comments, any suggestions, or any questions that you want to ask me, please put it in the comments box. I'll see you guys next time. Now till then, this is Chinku signing off. Take care guys. Peace.